lights up. Here we go. All right, here we go. Salute to Knicks Nation on this Friday evening. Another edition of KFTV's Bleacher Report simulcast. CP the franchise on the solo dolo. It is Friday. It is gut check time. The Knicks will take on the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. They're one of the best teams in the NBA, no doubt the best team in the Eastern Conference. Brunson, Towns, and the gang are in Cleveland Rock City, man, looking for revenge. And will they get it tonight? On today's episode, we're going to talk about our keys to victory, man. Obviously, the Knicks are going to be on an uphill battle, but if they're going to win, I have my keys to this game. So lock in, hit the like button, hit the share button, and subscribe to the channel. Salute to everybody on this Friday night. Let's lock in, man. Let's get it cracking. All right, here we go. Salute to the family, man. Salute to everybody on YouTube, Twitter, X, Facebook, Instagram, and of course the Bleacher Report. This is it, man. All-Star break is over. Knicks had a little, catch-up, warm-up game last night against the Bulls. Hey, it wasn't pretty, but it was gritty. Had to go into overtime to get it done. And yeah, not what you were looking for to go into Cleveland on the second night of a back-to-back, but hey, that's what the schedule calls for, and you got to do what you got to do and play the teams that are in front of you. So, there it is. Cleveland also were in New York, coincidentally, taking on the Brooklyn Nets, and they were able to get past the Nets despite a slow start on their behalf. So, just one of those things. Seems like both teams were kind of, trying to get into the swing of things and ultimately settled down and both won their games. So now we are on the collision course. Now it is gut check time for the Knicks. Some of you calling this a must-win game. For me, it is as well. I want this team to go out there and set a good tone to win this one. Now, they are going to have to do so without Josh Hart. Because according to Stephen Bondy of the New York Post, Josh Hart is out again with the knee injury. Runner's knee, jumper's knee, whatever you want to call it. No Josh Hart tonight for the Knicks. Definitely disappointed in, that. Is it a reason for concern at this point? Yes. Let's see what happens on Sunday. If he doesn't make it to Boston on Sunday, then, yeah, I think it is time to sound the alarm because this has kind of been an issue now with the Knicks. Mitch Robinson working his way back. Not surprised that Mitch is out tonight. He's got to ramp up. He's got to get his conditioning up and get ready for game speed. And then OG Anunoby is questionable tonight. Let's hope the dog can go. I would have to think that he will. Now, yesterday, Thibodeau said it's up to the doctors. It's up to the doctors to clear him. He wasn't quite clear. I thought that they were just going to rest him against the Bulls because they didn't necessarily need him to beat the Bulls. And they're going to save him for a bigger matchup. And I also think that OG needs to be on some sort of restriction going forward. This is your $200 million investment. You got to be careful with it from here on out. Charlie Bird on the Instagram says, yeah, brutal back-to-back. I hope OG can get some minutes. They're going to need him to get some minutes because Cleveland is going to be at full strength for the first time all season. Cleveland Cavaliers are going to be at full strength. So the Hart thing is going to be worth watching. Certainly unfortunate that he's going to miss tonight's matchup. They need his toughness. They need his rebounding skill set, his ability to get the Knicks out in transition. Because against this Cleveland Cavaliers team, one of the best defenses in the league, and the defense is getting even better with the addition of DeAndre Hunter, you need different ways to be able to score the ball. Certainly with Allen and Mobley, their interior defense is stout. Number one in terms of rim protection in the league. Number one ranked defense. Number two in overall half-court defense. So one of the keys is going to be, this Knicks team's ability to hit the three-point shot and knock down their shots from the outside. Cleveland's going to allow you to shoot the three. They're going to take away everything from the paint, and they're going to allow you to shoot the three. So for the Knicks, from Brunson to Towns, Deuce McBride tonight. Hey, Landry Shamet, can you give me a 3 or 2 tonight? Can you give me a 3 or 2? Campaign, let it fly. Mikal Bridges, let's go. Hopefully OG comes back. The Knicks are going to have to knock down shots tonight. Shot making is going to be the name of the game against a tough Cleveland defense and the number 1 offense in the league. You're going to have to keep up. Now, last night they shot 30% from 3. That might not get it done tonight. 43% from the field. That might not get it done tonight. If the Knicks are going to have a puncher's chance, any chance in tonight's matchup, they're going to have to let it fly. Their stars are going to have to lead the way, right? That's my number 1 key. Brunson and Towns going to have to lead the way. In the first matchup between the two teams, Jalen Brunson went 8 of 24 from the field. And Karl-Anthony Towns had like 13 points in that one on like 8 attempts. We need heavy dose from the Knicks stars. Heavy dose. That 110 and 104 loss to the Cavaliers. Brunson went exactly 8 of 24, 21.7 assists. Karl-Anthony Towns only had 8 attempts and went 13 and 10. He's going to need a double, even triple of that. They need their stars tonight. And for Towns to be in the game, that means he's going to have to defend well against Mobley and Allen. We need a disciplined defensive performance here from Karl-Anthony Towns to stay in the game. So those two guys are going to be needed. Mikal Bridges, AP in the YouTube chat, beat me to it. Just about to say, Mikal Bridges is the X factor. Got to step it up. Now, in the first matchup between the two teams, you look good. 19 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block, 9 of 15 from the field. You need a little bit more. Going to need a little bit more tonight from Mikal Bridges. And yesterday, hey, he was lauded. He was applauded for the key block shot that he had on Nikola Vucevic to get into overtime in that win against the Bulls. So while Mikal Bridges' shooting wasn't there, 6 of 16 from the field, still finished with 13 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, which are good. You know, usually his rebound and assist numbers are typically low. But if Hart doesn't play and OG doesn't play, you got to make up for it on the boards. Knicks won the rebounding battle by 1 last night. So Mikal Bridges, that 10 rebounds, he's going to have to bring that to Cleveland, especially if the dog doesn't play. One thing with the Knicks, they're going to have to get tough. They're going to have to get gritty and physical tonight. Set the tone. Set the tone. Do not let this team out hustle you tonight at home. You got to go out there and swing first. Salute to everybody in the chat, man. This is a business trip tonight in Cleveland. Don't eat the pizza. You know what I'm saying? Don't eat the pizza. Don't eat anything. Pack your sandwiches. We know that. Even though my guy Sam Morrill swears that there's great food in Cleveland. Hey, I don't know. The couple spots I ate at, you know, hey, you can't lose with the wings and fries and stuff. But I tried to get a little fancy with it, and I almost paid the price. I almost didn't come home. So keep it business. So definitely star power. How about Deuce? I think this is a big, big night for Deuce McBride if the Knicks are going to win this game. You know, Deuce McBride, 23 points in last night's win in the start against the Bulls. 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals. Shooting the ball very well and defending well. And Deuce is he's gonna either have to check Garland or most likely he's gonna have to start on Donovan Mitchell. That is gonna be a big matchup because if Deuce is gonna have an impact in this game, he's gonna have to slow down the Spider and limit the Spider's ability to get to the free throw line. So Deuce is gonna get tested right off the rip. Both him and Towns have to play a disciplined ball game. Disciplined ball game. Right now, Donovan Mitchell's foul draw rate, he's in the 92nd percentile in foul draw rate amongst guards. 2.2%. In terms of non-shooting fouls. Shooting fouls, he's in the 60th percentile, a little bit lower than last year. But he's a guy that's going to put pressure on you. So Deuce has to be careful. Because they're going to need his offense. So, Deuce, Bridges, as I talked about, those are my 2 X factors. Hey, Knicks 3-point defense, another key. I talked about star power, 3-point defense. Now, last night they gave up to a Bulls team that loves to shoot the 3. Bulls shot 48 attempts last night, almost 40%. You let Cleveland do that, it might be a long night for you. Cleveland's going to let it fly, especially at home. You know Kenny Atkinson. He's going to dial it up. They're going to be moving the ball, and they're going to be looking for threes. And they have a number of guys that can get it done for them. Garland, Mitchell, DeAndre Hunter. They got Dean Wade coming back. You got Ty Jerome, Strus. So they have the firepower. This is why this is going to be a tough game. So the Knicks' three-point defense is going to have to be disciplined, and they're going to have to force tough shots. Kenny's going to have these guys running raggedy, knowing that they're on the second night of a back-to-back and have to travel to Cleveland. Kenny Atkinson is going to have these guys running around. So as a result of that, to keep them fresh, we're going to have to see what's up with Tibbs and the rotations tonight. I like how he's been going to the bench early in these games, and you're going to have to do that tonight. Fresh legs, because Kenny Atkinson, they went 14 deep last night against the Nets. And now they got a full roster tonight at home on the second night of a back-to-back. So you can expect more of the same. You're going to have a lot of guys being rotated in and out of there by the Cavs. A lot of fresh legs. Pushing that tempo. So, you got to see early campaign. Shamit. I need Huck Porty's energy out there. And hey, let's see. Pacome Dadier has been activated since yesterday. If the dog doesn't go, could Pacome Dadier get 5 minutes tonight? All hands on deck. So those are my keys, man. The star power, Brunson and Towns. 3-point efficiency. Going to have to get that up. And volume and efficiency tonight. They're going to force you to take tough shots. That's just point blank, period. And the mid-range and at the rim, they are a tough team to score on. Brunson can score on them. But it's a tough team to score on. The rotations and the 3-point defense. Those are the 4. What do you guys think, man? Leave me some comments in the chat. Salute to everybody on the IG side. Real Todd for Todd. Todd, how you feeling? Cons Prunes NY on the IG says, I want this dub, don't get me wrong, but this team is super pretenders. Anybody who thinks otherwise don't get it. Well, listen, it's a long season, man. We got 27 games to go. Guys got to get healthy. The squad still needs to get at full strength. Let's let the season speak for itself. Anything is possible. I have not heard anything on OG yet. He's questionable. I have a feeling this is going to come down to a game time decision. But if anybody else is checking Twitter, let me know what you guys are hearing. I think this is going to come down to a game time decision with OG. You know what I'm saying? Big game tonight, man. I want to see the Knicks. They got to fight tonight, man. You got to be ready to scrap on this Friday night. Fridays have not been good to them. I want to see them come out and scrap. Definitely. And I want to see Knicks Nation tonight, man, at the watch party, #1 watch party for the fans, by the fans. Who's pulling up to Slate tonight? Slate NY. You know we about to get it popping tonight. DJ Eric L. Beats on the 1s and 2s. We doing quarterly merch giveaways, Papa Shot, ping pong table, pool, darts. We got everything for everybody coming out tonight. Good food, TVs everywhere. So come through on a Friday, man. Come for happy hour and get your tickets, man. Free to get in at KFTVWatch.com. Come through to Slate tonight and have a good time. Daniel Bolsajor, here we go. Santana, what's good? Yeah, man, quick pregame show before we get to Slate. And as you see, it's a family show, man. Look at this lovely couple here, arm in arm. Oh, for all ages, except you got to be 21 and up. No youngsters, 21 and up at Slate. And as I said, for my franchise channel members, if you guys are pulling up, I will have a table reserved for the franchise channel members. I'll have a bottle at the table if you do drink, no pressure. And we'll have some food as well. So my franchise channel members, make sure you guys pull up on me and let me know that you're in there so that we could reserve the table accordingly. Aiden Wilson, salute. He says, when is the Halifax meetup? My man, we're going to have to pull up there with the Canadian Goose. You Halifax, Nova Scotia. We got to double up with a Canadian Goose. I need a KFTV beanie like I sent you, Aiden. We got to layer up, Aiden. What's the weather out there, man? And don't give me that Celsius stuff. Yeah, we're in Fahrenheit over here. What's the weather over there? Remy Bean says the curse is ending tonight. Okay, all right. So Remy's confident tonight. He's confident in the Knicks tonight. Mr. Dunn, salute to you. So yeah, man. Salute to everybody in the chat. After this, CK2K on the play-by-play, and then we will have postgame, number one postgame show for the fans, by the fans. So make sure you guys are tapping into KFTV all night. Yeah. Tatted Up Darkskin said, Slate used to be my spot. A lot of out-of-town joints. Okay, so he used to do work in Slate. Okay, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, Slate's been around for a while, man. Slate was definitely, this has been one of the top spots, and probably now one of the oldest running spots in New York. You know, everything's kind of closed down, and so, you know, we're kind of bringing it back. We bringing the old New York back as it relates to the nightlife. We're bringing people out being social again, you know? All day, all night. We in the phones. We scrolling up and down, left and right, and sideways all day, all night. You know, eyes all over the place. You know, your attention span getting ruined. So we bring the people out, man. Come out to Slate, be social, and have a good time. So what do you guys think, man? If you guys want to get your thoughts on tonight's game real quick, hit me up on the KFTV Discord. Let me know what you think. I see the Rhyme Animal Chuck D in the chat. Salute to the Rhyme Animal. Jerry Gardner says, Deuce is the X factor. Yeah, heavy Deuce tonight. I mean, it's unfortunate that they lose Hart, but it could be a little bit of a blessing because they do need some offensive firepower to match what Cleveland can put out there when they're at their peak. So it could be a blessing. Eric Horn, who are we taking from the G League? Well, you got to hope that they can get TJ Warren on February 28th and March 1st. That's the date that they can sign a free agent. So there that is. And I don't know if you guys saw, I was pissed that they couldn't get Torrey Craig. Torrey Craig was beasting out last night for the Celtics. I was tight about that, man, because Celtics they're over the second apron, but here they go, just signing players left and right with no restrictions. Knicks got to wait. Torrey Craig last night, 3 blocks in 9 minutes. That's what we need, just a wings inning eater. He ain't scoring no points. They don't need him to score any points. They're the Celtics. They can score anytime they want. Tatted Up Darkskin, what's good with Mitch and OG? Mitch is out, OG questionable. Game time decision. I hope he does play. I am Lance. CP don't take no episode off. Hey, man, I need a break, man. I need a break. Every now and again, man. Yesterday I did like 3 shows yesterday, or 3. I did a lot of shows this week, man. Put it that way. Did a lot of shows this week between them. Post All-Star stuff and everything. So just have to get a little break in. And JD and Alex hold down the fort. JSM said I got a lot of grays in here. Well, sir, I'm seasoned. You know, I'm a seasoned veteran in the game of life, sir. So a lot of these grays you see is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That's just it. Somebody asked in the chat, what do I think about the Yankees beard policy? Oh, it was long overdue. It was long overdue. Look, George ran the team how he wanted to run the team. He wanted to run it like he's a former Air Force vet. Okay, so he wants to run it that way, make it more corporate. But look, you're going to obviously alienate a lot of potential free agents. And for a team like the Yankees that haven't won anything in the last 10 years, it's time to get with the times. It's time to lift that up. Get rid of that. It's ridiculous. Time to get with the times, man. Maybe we'll start winning again. So yeah, we'll see what these guys look like now. But yeah, it was beyond overdue to get rid of that, man. And maybe you let people be themselves, they'll start actually playing better. So that's all that is. Let's get to some underdog picks, man. Let's get some money tonight, man. Get into my underdog. Shout out to our sponsors at Underdog Fantasy, man. Use our code KFTV for up to $100 off plus a free pick. What do we want to do in tonight's game? What do you guys think on Underdog tonight, man? Who do we like tonight? I'll let you guys pick my sheet. And of course, the name of the game on Underdog on the pick'em side, you can play the daily fantasy where you go up against each other for money. But on the pick'em side, you choose between 2 to 8 players, and you're going to predict whether or not those players go higher or lower on a given stat projection that Underdog Fantasy has for that night. What do we think about Jalen Brunson? Right now, they have his point total at 26.5. We're going higher or lower. Points, rebounds, and assists, they have it at 38.5 for Jalen Brunson. 8.5 assists. 2.5 rebounds. What do you guys think? What should we do with the cap? Deuce, 3 threes. Do they have McBride up in here? Let's see. Do they have McBride? They do not have McBride yet. They don't have McBride yet. How about Precious? Do we like Precious on any of these? Karl-Anthony Towns, 13.5 rebounds. What about Towns on the rebounds? Higher or lower on Karl-Anthony Towns on the rebounds? What do you guys think, man? Yesterday's game against the Bulls, he had 18. He's going up against Jared Allen tonight, though. What do you guys think about Towns on the rebounds? Let's see. Tatted up dark skin Brunson over points, rebounds, and assists, 38.5. Okay. All right, we're going to go with you there. Tatted up dark skin. I'm going with it. 38.5 for Cap. All right, let's do it. 38.5. Let's see. They don't even have Jared Allen up here. I would take Jared Allen. How about Mikal Bridges? They have his points at 15.5. He says Mikal higher on points. 15.5 points for Mikal Bridges. What do you guys think? All right, y'all going higher. Mikal Bridges, 15.5 points. All right, let's go. They're going to need him. Now, an Underdog, you can't pick all Knicks. You're going to have to pick opposing players, or you could go to different teams. They have Donovan Mitchell, 24.5 points. 5.5 assists. Darius Garland, they have 20.5 points. 30.5 points, rebounds, and assists for Darius Garland. And yeah, everybody's saying higher on Mikal Bridges. Okay, so all right, so we're picking higher on Mikal Bridges. They have Max Strus on here. Sam Merrill. Oh, they do have Jared Allen. I'm going to go higher on 10.5 rebounds for Jared Allen. He's been a monster on the boards. 18 last night against the Nets. I'll go higher than 10.5 rebounds for Jared Allen. And you know what? I'll just go with those 3 picks. I'll go with those 3. Now, an Underdog, you could go with the standard payout or the flex. So if you go standard, let's say I usually just put in like $20. You know, you're not trying to lose your mortgage. You just a little lunch money, a little beer money. So I put in $20. If I go with the standard pay, you win $101.40. If you go with the flex, if you get 3 out of the 3 correct, you get $50. If you get 2 correct, you get $20. I'm going with the standard. Let's go with it, man. I'm going with the standard. 3 picks, $20 for your chance to win $101.40. Jalen Brunson higher than 38.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Mikal Bridges higher than 15.5 points. Jared Allen higher than 10.5 boards. Once the game gets close, I'll probably do another sheet once I find out what the status of OG is. Shout out to the Rhyme Animal Chuck D. $5 Super Chat says, no OG Josh Mitch. We just got to shoot him down instead of shut him down. Let's go. He says, oh, yeah, TJ Warren will have an attitude coming back into the NBA if he returns. Absolutely, man. Looking forward to it. We need as many reinforcements as we can get. You see Cleveland, they went out there. They got Javonte Green. They got DeAndre Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mark from Vegas. Mark, how you feeling? Yeah, tatted up. Yeah, it is like, this is Underdog Fantasy. Similar. higher or lower. You predict higher or lower. But they also, what also is good about Underdog is that they have the daily fantasy games as well. So anybody who's playing on the NBA tonight, you could jump into a fantasy draft. They have different pool amounts for the fantasy draft. So, for example, if you wanted to get into draft, they have 2-person drafts where you go up against somebody. You can host your own private draft. And the prize money, they have $9 pots, $180, $13.50, and $270. Then they have, these are all the NBA ones. These are all the NBA ones that they have. Oh, no. Actually, no, they don't. They have, for NBA, they have $3 drafts up to 4 people, $5 drafts up to 4 people, $10 drafts, $15, $25, $50, and $100. The $100 drafts, if you get in a 2-person, the prizes is $180, 3-person, $270, 4-person, $360. So they got a lot, whatever you're into, you do that. Just play responsibly. And there it is, man. Big night tonight. Big money time. I have a feeling the captain is going to have one of those ones. I have a feeling it's going to be one of them ones for the captain tonight. NJ Bodega Mayor says slate Liddy tonight. You already know, man. I'm about to get ready to go, pack up my merch, and get to the #1 watch party for the fans by the fans. Action-packed night here for KnicksFanTV. Stay tuned for the play-by-play show from CK2K. Early game starts 7 p.m. And then post-game live, JD and Alex will kick it off. I'll catch up as soon as I leave the watch party. Tap in, like, share, and subscribe. Bleacher Report, we'll see you guys on Monday. IG, Facebook, Twitter, X, YouTube. Always a pleasure, man. Y'all have a good evening. Enjoy the weekend. Let's go Knicks, man. I'm out of here. Peace.